What's up, everybody? It's Keefy from Ghost Cult Magazine, ghostcultmag.com. And I am here with James from Black Tusk. What is up?
What's going on, man? About to rip it up tonight. Yeah.
Welcome back to Brooklyn. We're here at Saint Vitus Bar for the awesome team-up tour of Black Tusk and Child Bite, which is a awesome pairing of bands. You guys have toured before together, I think.
We have not.
Oh, no.
We have seen them play and really wanted to take them on tour, and it's been going really good.
Well, I'm feeling intuitive because I feel like it should have happened already, and I'm glad it's happening now.
We feel the same way.
Word. Very evenly matched bands, like very similar ethos, to throw out a big word on a Thursday night and when people are not sober, but like me. And yeah, man, guys are very hardworking, similar bands, kind of got like a punky edge and similar influences, even if you sound a little, obviously little differences. But yeah, I'm stoked for tonight. And I'm stoked to see you back here on this record, the TCBT album, Taking Care of Black Tusk. For those that don't know, now you know. And the mantra that has always been since 2005 or 4. So yeah, man, congrats on that record. I know it's been out over a year, and I think I know I'm going to sound like a complete ass clown right now and quote my own review of the record, but I think I wrote at the time that it was like the most Black Tusk a record could be in 2018. If you get my meaning, which is to say that, it really sort of captured everything you guys have been working towards up to now. And I feel like it's still, I just listened to it getting ready for the show tonight, and I was like, man, this shit sounds like it's fresh still, which I really love.
I feel the same way. I mean, when we did that record, there was obviously a lot of things changing with the band, and ended up picking up one member and then ended up picking up another member. So, that was weird for us, and definitely took a kind of a musical difference than the old stuff. But still, I always say, as long as it sounds like Black Tusk, we're doing all right.
Word. And listen, man, I mean, like, again, everybody knows the story. Rest in peace, Athon. Obviously, look, very hard to come back. You lose your brother and, co-founder of the band and an incredible person. More than anything else, forget about your career and the music and the band, a person in your life. It's got to be hard, and I feel like you guys rebounded as best you could. I'm glad you continued on, and Cory in particular is a fantastic choice. I was a huge fan of Cory's before he joined Black Tusk. I'm a major Kylesa fan. I'm pretty sure everybody that sees these interviews sees my Kylesa patch always. And so Cory and you are fantastic together, and he's fantastic in the band.
Thank you. Like, right when, when the shit went down with Athon, we didn't know what we were going to do. And Cory just seemed like an obvious pick if he wanted to do it. And it didn't take but a few practices for, me and Cory knew each other very well, but had never played music together, which is completely different things, So once that night happened, hung out a few times, he was in. We were good, so.
Rad. And something is in the water clearly in Savannah. It just seems like the birthplace of such a cool place for artists and musicians. And in general, this generation of bands that has come from there or had ties to there, Baroness, again, Kylesa no longer around, but you guys, lots of others. Something very special about that town and that area and that region, and even extending to obviously Atlanta. We just interviewed Cloak last week, we were talking a lot of Georgia stuff with them. Same with you. What do you think it is about Savannah culturally, or just that cool as hell musical people come from there?
I mean, I guess it's the the SCAD being there, all the art people coming down, and most people that do art, a lot of them are musicians too. And I mean, I've lived there my whole life. I'm the one in the band that's actually from Savannah. To me, it just seems natural, but what other people say, it's probably just all the art that goes around, the history that they won't let, be stomped over and built over, Savannah actually goes like, this is a historic place. This is going to stay this way. It won't change, so that's a lot to do with it.
In a good way, not a shitty way. We're looking at some of you towns. We're not going to name names tonight, but normally we might. But we're going to keep it peaceful tonight and not name names. But I hear awesome things. I got to get down there. I hear very similar stories about Portland and Austin to Savannah. So just kind of artist communities, and everybody's chill, and people are positive and unified for for good.
Yeah. like I said, I'm speaking from a biased opinion, but 38 years in Savannah, you do get to know everyone, and it's like a big family down there, And anyone that comes there to visit or comes there to live, you find out real quick where to go to hang out. And as long as you're a cool motherfucker, everybody hangs, you get to know people quick.
Rad, do you guys have like the local bar where everybody knows your name, like that TV show?
The Jinx. Definitely. It would be the Jinx most, There's other cool bars. I'm not, saying, but if the central network and where it is, I think that's me personally is the Jinx.
Killer. All right, we're gonna look that up.
The Jinx.
All right, we're gonna look that up. So back to the record again, really strong, still feels good. Having been out over a year now, are you guys still feel like in the thick of touring? Are you gonna some more plans to continue to push this record into 2020?
We will finish this tour up, which is a short run, and then into January we're going back out for a little while, and then we'll probably come back after that and start stirring up some more music again. We all have ideas. It's about that time. That's what we'll end up doing.
Right. And until all the business that happened, you guys were pretty prolific and consistent about putting out a record or some kind of release EP, something every couple of years. I feel like almost it's hard to do a full record, and a lot of bands are opting for split singles and EPs this day. And you guys have never been shy about that. You've done some fantastic ones. So maybe we'll see what happens when you guys start working on music. Maybe we'll get an EP or something as a stepping stone to a record.
I think you're probably thinking on our path right now. Yep. Like good guess. But yeah, that's probably what ended up happening. I love EPs. I love splits. I like how everyone doesn't have them. You have to search for them or go actually see the band. They've always been underground. I like the kind of bands that do those. No offense to anybody else that doesn't, but that's what fits for us. So it's funny you were just saying that because we were just talking earlier about it. So.
All right. Well, maybe I'll go play the number tonight, as we do here in New York. We gamble on shit. Interestingly enough, and you guys are with Cease and Desist, who have stood by you awesomely through everything. They are a fantastic label at, putting out sort of micro releases for bands and like super cool packaging and vinyl. Do you also, as a fan of music, do you collect like vinyls and singles and things like that, like old school?
Absolutely. I'm a big fan of Watain, and their stuff looks amazing, and Cease and Desist and everything. And I think packaging is really, it means more, I think, now than it ever has, because of the digital generation and everything. Someone might not even own one CD, but they'll own LPs. And I think that the packaging makes more importance than it ever has.
Indeed, and you always put a premium on art. Obviously, a good relationship with John there from Baroness, who's done a lot of your album artwork and shirts and things. You guys have always had your own real visual aesthetic that I think a lot of bands don't put a premium on. I'm looking at you, young bands. Start thinking about your image and your shirts and even your stickers and your Facebook cover, your banners, your tour posters. This tour poster for Child Bite and Black Tusk is insane. It's so cool. It's almost like very 80s punk to me. Like like the pink and the green and orange. It's like
I love it. Yeah.
super like.
Especially the pink. The hyper color. We're from the 80s. Like I grew up, I'm an 80s baby. So was the rest of them, so to me, I just still like that stuff. To me, I like to flip through records, and even if I don't know about the band, stop and go, what the fuck is this? Because of the way it looks, and growing up in an era of like Eddie, Lister Fiend, Vic Rattlehead, like that's why we wanted to get our own character, so we worked with John and did Agatha,
Sick. Always been a fan. Funny that you mentioned record collecting and stuff like that. We're heading to the end of the year, and it's that time of the year where music nerds and journalists, we compile our lists. Ghost Cult, we don't really do lists all the time like everybody else because I think that's boring. But I wanted to ask you, what music have you been bumping on in the van, or any records that have really stood out to you in 2019 that you're fond of, are going to keep playing when the year's over?
That's hard to say. I'm not going to name anything because there's been a lot of stuff going around, working at the Jinx, and there's playing bands all the time. Things get mixed up, it's really come to what everyone else wants to listen to. A lot of stuff I have my guilty pleasures, my old 80s glam bands that I listen to. You know, Andrew listens to his thing, Corey listens to his, you know, I say pick yourself, you know, like listen to whatever you want to listen to, you know.
Right on. Yo, Rat and Bang Tango both announced tours today. I was feeling it for a second.
Yes.
Yo, Rat every day, all day. I know, right. I know they've had some drama. I know Juan and Steven are back in the band together, and then it may, you know, things are cool at least with them. Obviously, we never get Robin back, rest in peace, who wrote a lot of those awesome riffs, Round and Round, forever, dude. But that's awesome. I'm glad that Bang Tango also surprised me. That's not a name you hear a lot.
Yeah,
and
like Boys or something. Yeah.
Right. Trickster, like sort of third wave of the glammy hard rock bands. And look, some of them were hard rock. I was just talking about Skid Row with somebody. I was like, they, other than Baz having like the teased up awesome hair, they really weren't. They were really heavy metal and almost like not really thrash, but they were heavy. They were not like silly. They might have sang about some soft stuff, but they were, you know, sweet guys, but they rocked hard. They were not soft.
They had their ballads, but I mean, I love this self-titled and Slave to the Grind. Oh my shit. That's a great album, you know? So that's my personal music opinion.
I like your personal opinion. Now that we're getting old, I'm more like the old guy gone mild instead of the youth gone wild because I'm getting up there. But yo, man, it's been really great to catch up with you. Like I said, it's been a minute and always been a fan. Thank you for spending some of your pre-show time with Ghost Cult. Continued success and strength to you guys always. And I'm psyched for the show tonight. We're gonna rage.
Hell yeah, we are too. New York always treats us well, and Vitus does.
Yeah, for real. We've been here a few times, and we've seen you in a couple of other places here and around the town. So, you know, James Black Tusk, thank you so much, brother. I'm Keefy from GhostCultMag.com. We are out.